Good afternoon. My name is Angel Hernandez. This is Project Managing 321 for Arizona State University, September 7th, 2024. My name is Angel Hernandez, and we're going to go through the reflection over the scenario B today. All right, so it's going over. So, how did the resources enhance your knowledge of this project manager? So, this scenario was very informative, threw me a loop, I'm not gonna lie. Right now, I'm gonna be sharing my 2 blog posts and kind of going over some of the chapter 10 behavioral chapter, what we learned and stuff. But the first blog post that I chose was the projectmanagingpost.com, and it was about issue management process in the project management. And so what is that? That was pretty much anything that goes wrong can go wrong, and what are you going to do when it happens, and what are you going to do with your team? And that definitely enhanced my knowledge because it went over so many things. It went over kind of what to do, how to do it, and even going back to chapter 10, one of the things I had on there was tolerance. And tolerance was pretty good because you have to be tolerant. You can't shut down when things go wrong. You can't just throw everything away and think you failed everything. You have to keep going. You have to identify, and then you have to take with your team and make a solution, basically. It's in our job to identify that, and so that's something that I'm going to take forward as well. My second blog post was called Atlasia, I believe, .com, and it was how to cultivate such psychological safety upon your team. And that kind of goes with the scenario as well, because when everybody left in the beginning and I only had one team member left, all that work fell upon the remaining workers. And so seeing how that affected him, how frustrated it made them, and then how we had to adjust to create a better morale. But going over those definitely enhance my knowledge going forward, because things go wrong, right? Things are gonna go wrong, and we need to make sure we're vigilant, we're staying on top of that, especially as a team, and especially as a project manager. You can't let your team fail. You have to step up with that and just kind of be that leader to make sure everybody knows what their assigned roles and going forward. And that's what I really learned about on the second blog post, how to cultivate such psychological safety. And it basically says that you need to make sure that you're speaking for your team, make sure you're giving them proper feedback, and just kind of being a good leader, kind of what we said before. You want to stay vigilant with seeing your team, make sure if somebody's struggling, if somebody's falling behind, hey, we got to see what's going on, taking that in account, and then helping them out to go forward, as everybody else should go forward with each other at the same level, and then we progress together. Do I agree with these assertions? Absolutely. The first one, the second one, 100%. I agree with them both. I think things obviously will go wrong. Not everything's going to be 100% the first time. Things happen, whether it's the timing, whether it's the budget. Things will happen, and that's just something that's going to happen as a project manager. Just try to be tolerant, basically, and try to overcome those obstacles. Especially kind of what we talked about with the tolerant in chapter 10, not to shut down, and even with the problem-solving experience, try to do that as well. But I do agree with those assertions, trying to help out the team, trying to come up with solutions as well. Citing specific examples, yes. So scenario B was very good. It was a little more challenging than scenario A. But in the middle, when I lost half my team and all the work had to fall back on the remaining one, because I started off with five people and thinking that was going to be fine, and it just went back to 1. And so from 5 to 1, that was a little difficult trying to get back. The only good thing was that the budget went down for the people, but it ended up going back up once we were able to hire more people. But that was a good example of trying to overcome that obstacle. So what we did was, as soon as I fell back, I tried to lower the meetings, try to get back on communication, and that was able to get the one one member back up into a good confident morale, and then I was able to hire more and then outsource more, and then at the very end we were able to finish, we were able to go forward. I was a little under budget, but I was still able to finish at a good time frame, just a little over budget, but besides that, I thought. And one of the other examples was, I thought giving them less meetings with the 5 people was better, but then I saw the mistakes happen more, and that's when we had to go to like 2 or 3 more startup meetings. My personal experience with this, I'm actually working with the outreach team right now, and we do a lot of events and a lot of things happen, and we do a lot of cool stuff for the community, which is really amazing. But one of the things is that, just like the scenarios, things go wrong, and so we do have our goals, and unfortunately, our goals and our budget don't happen the way we want. But it is our job to identify, simplify, and go forward with what we do have. And so that is something I'm grateful for. And I'm also grateful for these scenarios, what we're learning right now, because already the information is great and I appreciate it. And I'm excited for scenario C and see what's about to come. But yes, that is the module 3 assignment right now. I'm excited. I appreciate this offer and I appreciate everything that's going on. And yeah, thank